Hi Year 12, so this is looking at the plan of your research, or your tab on your OneNote says, I think, planning your research. So this is just a Word version of what you have already on there. So it explains that planning out your research ensures that you have both primary and secondary sources for each focus question. It will also help to guide the questions that you ask in interviews and surveys to make sure you gather relevant information and data. So both those things are really important. So it's important, if you're aiming for that A grade band, which all of you should be, that you do have both primary and secondary sources for each of your 3 or 4 focus questions. You don't want to have one that is all just secondary or one that is all just primary. It's good to have a balance. It's also important that when you are writing your interviews, for example, that if you know that you really only need information from the chef for focus question 1 and 3, that is what you write your questions based on. You don't need to worry about any other questions and waste their time. Just get straight to the point and ask them about those key things that you're writing about in those questions. So all it needs to be is simply recording in here your focus questions, just to recap what they are, and then list what primary sources you're hoping to contact or what observations you're planning to do, for example, to help you answer this question, plus ideas for other sources. So this can be, if you want it to be more specific and put exact actual websites, or it can be as simple as, websites used to find information about this, plus blogs for this, and also magazine articles for this part of it. All right, and do that for each of them. That way you will find as well, before you get started, if there's going to be any big gaps or any issues. There's nothing worse than getting to the end of the investigation and realising that you've got lots of primary sources for focus question 1, but then 2, 3 and 4, you really don't have much information for them. This is going to help to prevent that. So mapping it out, this shouldn't take too long, and it really is worth doing that extra bit of planning. Okay? It's also a good idea, once you fill this in, to get me to check it, just to make sure that there is enough variety of sources for each of your questions. Okay, hopefully that explains it.